Welcome back, everybody, to the first episode of the new year.
Crazy, 2024 is here.
I know, I'm so excited. We're your hosts. I'm Gio Ingletto.
And I'm Kat Filpi.
And today we are talking about redefining what January looks like, our word of the year, our goals and intentions for 2024, and vision boarding. So we're going to talk all that good stuff for the fresh new start of the year.
Hell yeah, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
All right. So, are you changing your life come January 1st? Well, it's past January 1st, but you know what I mean.
Okay, here's the thing. Everybody's like, oh, the new year, everybody loves to do dry January. Everybody wants to completely change their life starting the new year. And that's great and all, but I feel like it's not consistent at all.
Yeah, for most people, I don't think it is.
It's not. So, I don't know, everybody gets so excited about it and they're like, I'm going to lose weight finally. I'm going to start doing all these things. I'm going to start reading. I'm going to start doing X, blah, blah, blah. You do whatever you want. So to answer your question, I don't think I'm going to completely change my life.
Yeah.
Just because it's a new year.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's a good time to reflect. We've already reflected back on our last year. I think that's really important. And again, to sit down with ourselves and see what we really want and reevaluate big picture wise. But I think you can start over
Anytime,
bro. You don't need to wait till fucking January 1st.
I agree. I think it's a good time maybe for some people who need that extra inspiration and that extra push to be like, okay, You know what? On this day, I'm finally going to do what I've been wanting to do. And I just haven't had time because of the holidays or whatever excuse you want to make, honestly. But yeah, I mean, you can honestly implement these changes whenever you want. It's up to you at the end of the day. So don't feel so pressured to reevaluate your entire life. But I think it could be used as inspiration if there are certain things that you've been wanting to do or try. And this is the goal setting date for you to begin. If it's going to give you the extra push.
I think that just the excitement around it, I think that's really nice. Like you said, inspiring, you can get into the feel of it, but I think that's also really short lived. But it's also, I think it's a great time, the holidays before the new year, leading up to it. It's just a great time to pause and recharge, because also I think people are just feeling tired from the whole year. So that's why people want a new start. So it is a good time to I think recharge and then be all right, let's fucking go again. We put it on pause for a second, now let's go full force again. But it's not we're starting all over again.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless you want to, we were saying the other day, you have an opportunity. Every single month is a new month. Every single first of the month is a new opportunity. Every single day is a new opportunity. Every single second is a new opportunity. But then also you have your birthdays. I
was gonna say birthday. Yeah,
I think that my birthday, and I believe in astrology, and I do my solar return every year, and technically that's a new year as of your birthday. So that can also be another time for new beginnings in a different light,
Yeah.
And then you also have people who celebrate Rosh Hashanah. That's also a new year. So you have so many new year moments throughout the year, which is great because then you can always get that extra push during the year. But it's takes off so much pressure on January 1st and January.
I agree. So that leads me to my answer, because I was going to ask you if you think New Year's resolutions are bullshit pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're a little bit of bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
But I mean, do whatever.
Whatever.
Do whatever works for you. As long as you're trying to do something, I guess, to better yourself. But I think that it's hard to be consistent with your New Year's resolutions.
I agree. Okay, well, if you were to choose a word, I'm pretending we didn't choose these before, but what is your word that is going to guide you into 2024?
Okay. So my theme for the year is commit.
Okay, explain. Okay. How'd you get there? Why? What are you going to do with that word?
I don't know why. This is just what I was feeling. Other people feel other things. I looked up a few words because I wanted to feel a little inspired and get ideas of where I wanted to go with this.
Little action in the thesaurus.
I took some time to meditate on it. But I was feeling these past few years I've been learning so much. I've been growing so much. I've said this before, but I feel like finally now I am established in my job.
Yeah.
Like really like confident, right? In my abilities. And I'm like, okay, now I need to like, okay, so this is where I went with it. I was like, now I need to build on all of this foundation that I've been working on for so long, right? Like my self-confidence, my self-love. Like now that the foundation is pretty solid, I'd say, I can build. That's what I'm thinking, right? So then I was like, build sounds a little intense. So I'm going to say I'm going to commit.
Yeah.
That's where I got to commit. So committing to myself, committing to my affirmations, committing to my health, committing to being my best self, committing to being the best in my family, for my friends, committing to my career, committing to growth. So
I love that.
That's why build was like a word that maybe like goes along with it, but I didn't want build to be my word because this also has to be a word, not has to be, but I want to see it as a word that like in the middle of the year, if I'm feeling down, it's like, okay, what was my theme for this year again? And build sounds a little intense. Like when you're
I was going to want you to explain that.
Like when you're a little run down, like, I don't know, in September and you're like, what was my word? Build. Like it just sounds like you need to like keep going. It sounds too much, but commit is like, it takes a little bit of pressure off. I don't know. Not that I need to take pressure off, but it's just like, okay, I'm committed still, right?
Yeah. It's like, okay, wait, my word is commit. What am I committing to? And how can I like recommit in this moment?
Exactly.
Yeah. I really like that.
Build is a little too much. It's like, you're like tired.
You're like, how am I supposed to build when I'm like running on E? Is it E? Empty. Yeah. E. When I think the letter E, I think energy. So.
Ooh, not empty.
No,
I love that. What's your word? What's your theme word for the year?
Okay. Oh, I'm so happy you asked.
As if we weren't going to.
My word for the year is freedom.
Woo!
Which sounds really like I sound like a Bruce Springsteen song.
No, I love that. Freedom.
Yeah. Yeah. If you were like going Beyonce.
Freedom. Oh my God, her song. What's the song? Doesn't she have a song called Freedom?
Freedom, I let me lose. Yeah, freedom. Yeah. Isn't it like that?
Is it freedom?
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
Those are
when you
not
watch
the words.
the live version from her Coachella set.
Such a queen.
Insane. Do yourself a favor, watch it.
Yeah. She's a queen and yeah, we're talking about Beyonce now. Okay, my word is freedom, and that is because
I love America.
No, I'm kidding.
I was actually scared for a second in the headsets.
My word is freedom for a multitude of reasons, and I will start with, I think I also went through a very transformational 2023 and 2022 and 2021. It's just been a lot. I'm like, since COVID, that's like what everyone says, but honestly, it just has been a lot. So in 2024, I want to take all that I've learned and build on it as well and commit and really put everything into action. And my word at first was execute, but she was like, are you really like in April when you're really frustrated going to go back to this word of like execute? You're going to be like, oh my God, I'm done executing. I'm exhausted. So where freedom comes into play, because I literally still haven't explained it, is
take your time.
Yeah, I know. I want freedom like from myself, from others, financial, like love. I just want all the guilt of everything to go away.
Why do you feel guilty?
Because like I said in the last episode, I'm a people pleaser. I won't be by the end of 2024, mark my words. And I just feel it is in my nature to take on all this guilt if I feel like I'm not doing something for somebody that I could be, or like giving every last like drop of energy to somebody else because they need me. But that guilt is going out the window because I have sacrificed myself for so long that it's time for me to fill myself up so that I feel free. Like with freedom also comes joy and love and all these other things that I can also pour into other people. And when you're pouring from an empty cup, you're honestly not providing much value. So I just really want to release all of this different types of guilt that I'm having and be free in all aspects. And in order to achieve this freedom, I need to continue to work and execute and put all these things that I've learned into action.
Yeah.
But I think the root of why I want to execute and action on this is for that freedom. So my root word is freedom.
I love that. Freedom is beautiful.
Yeah. Just to like feel light. Like I just want to feel like I'm floating.
Yeah. And you feel like you are just being yourself.
Not drowning.
You're exactly. You're not drowning. You're not doing anything for anybody else. You're doing it for yourself. From a place of love. I'm not saying from a place of selfishness.
Yes, yes.
And
no, love for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
so
love that.
Our words, commit and freedom.
Yeah.
So
our words at the end of the day are a little bit more aligned with like personal development. You wouldn't say anything traditional.
No, I think like traditional is like, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. I'm going to stop drinking. I am never going to eat carbs again. Like those are really...
We've heard all of those.
We've heard it all. Yeah. I mean, I would never make a goal like that.
Also, maybe if those are some of your goals, maybe try to reframe it to make it sort of be more of a personal development thing rather than, because it's like, okay, I want to lose 30 pounds. Well, but how about like say like, I want to be healthy this year. I want to feel strong this year. I want to feel amazing in my body. And then you're not really putting a number on it, or you're not putting anything too physical.
Yeah. But I also think it's even like we had words in the beginning that we thought about for ourselves. And then we were like, okay, wait, why is that my word? And then you think of another word. So if you're saying like, oh, I want to lose 30 pounds, like why?
Yeah.
And then maybe you should commit to that, the root, not I have this excess of weight. It's like, okay, you have that. Why do you have it? Okay, we're like using weight. That's a weird example, but whatever. You have that.
I just think that's the first thing that anybody...
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to go to the gym, whatever. But you should just ask yourself why. Is it to be healthier? Is it because you want to be able to run around with your kids? Is it because you do want to hit like a new PR in the gym? I think these are all great goals, but you should just ask yourself why. I think it's a important question to evaluate and reflect upon.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we're going to talk about our goals and intentions for 2024, which we had to do a little bit of homework on. So if you're doing this, make sure you're like sitting down and wink, wink, being intentional about it. But yeah, let's start with you.
Oh, with me. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I this year want to keep being the most authentic version of myself, which I think that was like a overarching theme last year, but I want to continue just being in myself and being myself and not letting anybody get in the way of that, like not acting for anybody else, not changing myself for anybody else, and just like standing my ground in who I am and just keep flourishing.
And how do you practice doing that?
Well, things that we've discussed before, but like boundaries. Now I'm loving, which is another thing that I want to keep doing, are my affirmations. It brings so much power back to me. I feel so good when I do my affirmations. It makes me feel so strong and like who I am when I'm saying them. So just practicing all of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What else?
What else are my other goals?
Yeah.
I want to continue to grow the Pinkprint podcast community. It's been so fun and it's been so fulfilling to do this with you and sharing with so many other people. So definitely one of the goals is to keep growing this, and as well, obviously, career-wise, to keep selling so much real estate.
I agree.
I'm not going to give you guys all my KPIs. But yeah. Overall, those are my goals. Just keep being myself, keeping true to myself, loving myself. And yeah.
I think like some of my goals are pretty similar. Obviously, to continue to grow the real estate brand for myself, as well as my client portfolio. And same with Pinkprint, like just continuing to build this community. It's been so rewarding. Even like the few people that reach out and are always saying that they love the podcast or they love this message. Like I love when people write specific messages that helped them, because it's helpful for us too.
Yeah.
And to know that we are achieving our goal of helping, women is really nice to see. And even though like we're nowhere near these types of creators, but like certain creators that are really like high up in the podcasting space or just branding in general have like seen our stuff and responded.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if it's them or their PR team, but it's really cool. Like how I just love seeing how the internet works. Sometimes I hate it, but sometimes I'm like,
cool
it's
when
really,
you get to connect with people.
It's really cool that they can connect with us. And even if they're seeing it for like 5 seconds, it's like, oh my God, how did literally my idol just see this and respond to it, when it's like they don't even know that we exist and we listen and look at them every single day. So it's cool. Like it kind of makes me feel like everyone actually is a human in a way, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this person's just like responding because we like gave them love and they're giving it back now.
Yeah.
And they don't have to.
No, it's really nice when they do. We love it.
Mm-hmm. It's really cool. Which is honestly, it's crazy because we didn't ever like make that. Obviously, we didn't make it a goal when we started in October. But already like 2 creators that we're obsessed with have seen our content and responded to it. And it's an insane feeling. Like we literally text each other in all caps and we're like, oh my God.
I know.
So-and-so saw, like we obviously love Lauren Bostic and Pia Baroncini and yeah, I don't know. It was so cool. I love them.
No, we didn't make it a goal because I think that was so not the purpose.
No,
of this podcast.
Yeah.
But like, if it's reaching those people, like that's like reaching.
Like,
but it did.
Yeah,
and they commented, which is really nice.
Yeah, I just think it's worth saying like anything is possible. You know, like everyone's always like, oh, I'm sure there's people out there. They're like, oh, like yeah, Kat's like talking to herself to like 200 people, like, you know,
who says that?
I don't know. I don't really care, but because I still sit here every day or not every day, but like whatever, we sit here and record every week, and I don't care like who's listening or not, because I love sitting here with my best friend and talking, and if one person sees it and responds, that's amazing. But the fact that like people we idolize and put on a pedestal for really good reasons, business wise and other, have seen it is really cool.
Yeah, you guys, anything is possible. If someone tells you it's not,
they're a negative Nance.
Yeah.
And they're on a low vibe.
And it's not really fun. So you can literally do anything you put your mind to. I really believe that.
Yeah. And we're going to continue to go up. Everybody watch. But yeah, we also have really specific goals for the podcast that we won't share yet.
Yeah, we have so many.
But it's really fun, and like I mean, I know they're all going to come true, but even if you're like, I don't know, and you're just sitting there making them, at least you're being intentional and like you have some sort of hopes and dreams that you're working towards, you know? Like I think it's way more fun and way cooler to be at least delusional than to sit there and be like, that's never going to happen.
I don't even think it's delusion. I genuinely think some of these things are going to happen.
I know all of this is going to happen.
But even if it's a little delusional, listen, it's better to be delusional and be like, I can't do it. Why can't you do that?
Yeah.
Like
in anything, of course, we're talking about the podcast right now, but anything you're doing, like, why would you say that you'll never be in the C-suite? Like, why?
What's a C-suite?
The CEO, the CFO, the CMO, the chief of whatever at any company. Leadership.
C-suite, baby. So what are you for us?
She's like college dropout. Making more than all your asses out there. Anyway.
No, but like we like just for our podcast, for example, like we want to reach people, we want to help people, we want to share with people. And once somebody really close to me, you know who you are, told me you won't be able to change so many. Why can't I change so many people?
Yeah.
Why can't I? At least we're trying. I don't know. Every single day, if I reach just one person and we have one comment of someone whose life was changed for the better and they're inspired by our podcast, then we're doing what we got to do.
Yeah. I want you to actually say what you said to me when you were like referencing Kabbalah.
Oh, about elevating?
Yeah.
Oh, so I used to study Kabbalah. I still, I guess, do. But anyways.
You do? Yeah. She's like literally going tomorrow.
One of their, basically like their main, I guess, theme overall, mission, there we go, is to elevate the consciousness, elevate the world's consciousness, which is a really simple term. And I think that in everything we do, we can do that. So like in this podcast, what we're doing is that we're trying to elevate. We're always trying to be positive. We're trying to become better people. We're trying to be our best selves. We're trying to share with love. We're trying to elevate our consciousness, hopefully the people who listen to this. So overall, I try to take that into other places of my life. And you can start, because this person told me, like, how are you going to elevate the consciousness of the whole world? And I was like, well, first of all, chill. Like, the whole world, I'm not saying it's impossible. Maybe it'll be a little bit more challenging, but like, why can't I do that? Or why can't I reach, even if I reach one person, because you have to start small and it's a ripple effect. So if I can start and be positive and be loving and be kind to you, then you are going to feel good, and then you're going to go home, and then your doorman at your building, you're going to be nice and loving and kind to him, and he's going to feel good, and then he's going to go home, and it's just like a ripple effect. And if you just start with the people around you, then that's all we need to do, at least. You know,
I literally have the chills because when you said that to me the other day, I was like, that's literally so true.
But it is. And then they're like, oh, you can't impact the whole world. Well, I just impacted my whole community.
Yeah.
Or like my whole city.
And they do theirs and theirs and theirs, and then it goes on.
I just did it with you, my mom, my boyfriend, a few people around me. Then they go off to their jobs in different areas. And then, you know what I mean? And then it really does.
Yeah.
So like, I think of course you can. And you can inspire, and you can do that with as many people as you want. But like, don't let anybody tell you that you can't, or limit you as to how many, you know? And then they were like, and I was like, what if I one day have 200,000 followers or 500 or however the fuck, thousands
That's
of
even
followers,
limiting,
you know? No, but then it's like, oh, okay, but then you have a platform, and it's like, oh, so I can only make change when I have a platform? Well, that's not fair. You can make change anytime, any day with anybody. Like I just used that example in your day-to-day life. So I'm just saying, if anyone tells you that, tell them to
respectfully. No,
to
and by the way,
respectfully screw off, and that you can do whatever the fuck you want. And if you think you can't do it, that's really sad, because you should believe in yourself a little more than that.
And by the way, how do you build a platform? Like we said this the other day.
I know.
Yeah, it's like the worst part of like.
It was like the most. I saw a TikTok video, and it was like the most embarrassing thing, or the most cringe thing about being an influencer is becoming an influencer.
Yeah, you're like, you have 200 followers and you're like showing people your breakfast, and everyone's like, I don't fucking care. And that's literally us right now. And it's like, okay, but like,
they're like, get ready with me. Like, they're 200 followers.
And it's like, okay, well, what's the alternative? Because you don't just blink and have half a million followers.
Of course not.
I'm like in the account. What the fuck am I saying? But yeah, so
no, you need to work, and you have to build up to it step by step. Like that's not gonna happen overnight. Like everybody says, oh, an overnight success is never fucking overnight.
No,
that person, like an artist, has been making music and writing songs and made a bunch of fucking songs. They probably uploaded to SoundCloud that you haven't even listened to,
right?
To then have one go fucking viral, and then it's like, oh, they're an overnight hit.
Hello, Luigi in the background.
We have a visitor.
Yeah, and we were even saying that about Lauren Bostic the other day, because sometimes you look at these creators and you're like, hold on, opening the door for the doggy. Hi, baby. Sometimes you look at these creators and she's like fucking killing it right now, obviously, like is launching so many products, and then you realize like, okay, she's been doing this for like 15 years. She's 37 now, which like is amazing. Like she's killing it. But you forget, it's not like, oh, she just like blew up all of a sudden. It's been literally like 12 to 15 years, something like that. Like she started this blog so many years ago. Years. And this pertains, obviously we're talking about podcasting right now, but anything you're doing in life, like literally anything, especially if you're in sales, like anything is a story and anything is sales. Like no matter what you're selling, we're selling you a service, like people are selling goods, whatever. But the point is that it really does take decades, and just keep doing it. If that's what you love, keep doing it. If it's not what you love, don't do it. But
no, but it's just being consistent. But it's more of like whoever's being fucking negative and telling you can't do it.
Peace to the, yeah.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Wow. So back to your goals, Lenny, that you want to share.
Back to my goals. Okay. My goal, one of them is reading, but that's because I started to genuinely read again in October or September.
I love to read.
So it's not like, oh, start January 1, I'm going to start reading. Like I've been reading, and I just want to continue this into 2024 and read like even more books per month, and just continue this journey because I'm loving it right now. And I feel like it's genuinely beneficial. So that's just something I'm taking into 2024. It's 2024. It's not that I'm starting it in 2024.
Right. Do you like our new guest?
Yeah. We have a little pupper with us now, who literally just ate his shit downstairs.
Oh my God. Don't expose him like that.
So I'm a little mad at him. Oh, but you can't be mad. Look at how cute.
Okay, if anyone knows how to stop doing that. I do feed him, all right? So
he doesn't eat his food, but he eats his poop.
No, he eats
Let me
his
know.
food. Okay, whatever.
What are you feeding him?
Okay, any other goals besides reading?
I kind of mentioned it before, but it really is to just like choose me, put me first, and Like just really, if I need to say no to something or just say yes to me, then really relinquish all of other people's expectations of me and be good with my decision, because I know it's what's best for me.
I love it. Are there any skills, personal skills or like anything like that you'd want to like hone in on this year?
I mean, I think that we could always be getting better with our podcasting skills. I want to become a better...
Our public speaking skills or communicating.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I can stop saying like or some shit.
Oh my God, you guys, when we
I'm like, some shit. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that.
And we're editing this episode, we're like, I'm like.
That's not true. In the beginning, yes.
You know what I mean?
I used to do like this noise. I'm not even going to do it. It was horrible. Okay, stop. That's disgusting. Like that. We would edit it out so you didn't have to hear it. And she just did it for you. So...
Oh my God, definitely. I would love
you to dance.
Improve. What?
I want you to dance.
Wait, I thought you were talking about our goals, not your goal for me.
No, but that's a skill that I want you to do. Like, it's fun. It's like inner child work. I want to keep doing inner child work too, which I started this year, and I think it's really amazing and beneficial.
Yeah.
If you can.
Yeah. I would love to keep practicing the public speaking, communicating. The dancing would be like a fun plus. It's not really something that I thought about, but thank you for sharing your goals for me.
I think it's because I saw Burlesque the other day.
Oh, amazing.
And I was like,
movie.
oh, she can dance. I can sing. Basically, we should start a cabaret.
I'm sorry. She just said she can sing.
Okay. I'm a singer.
I think I'm a singer.
No, I'll tell you this. I can be any person, like any type of singer. If you say do Christina Aguilera, done. If you say do Cher, I can do it. If you say do Zach Bryan, I can do it.
If you do Shakira, you can do Shakira.
Oh, the best. I'm not going to do.
Can you do Ariana Grande?
She's hard
because she's actually really good.
She's hard. Oh, so you think Shakira is bad?
No, I think they're all great.
Anyway,
what am I saying? Christina Aguilera is amazing.
Yeah. No,
Anyways,
so yeah, maybe I should take like a voice lesson.
I would love to learn a new language. If Nadine is
listening to this, she's gonna be like, Kat, you are not a good singer.
Nadine is her friend who's an amazing singer.
Actually, like a professional singer. Anywho, maybe I'll just move to LA.
I would love to learn Italian this year.
Oh, that was our goal. Okay, but I said I wanted to go to Milan for like 2 months.
Let's find the time this next year. 2 months to spend in Milan. I would love that. We can make it happen.
Maybe maybe not 2 months, maybe 3 weeks. I think we can do it.
Get ourselves fully immersed and learn some Italian.
Yeah, because it's right there. It's like...
Io parlo un po'.
Anche io.
Oh.
Piacere, Caterina.
Piacere, Giovanni.
Yes.
Not a shaking hands to the left. We're like this.
Wait, what is the thing from Godfather? Leave the gun. I am
your father.
Take the cannoli. What? That's Star Wars.
I know. Okay, I have a question. Yeah. How do you plan on balancing your personal life next year, your career, and everything that you have put your mind to? Oh, I can answer that question for her.
Well, we can both answer. We're probably going to do it differently. Why did I just freak out? Go.
No, I was going to answer for you to balance it is to not people please, do what you want to do and have your calendar and your priorities straight.
Yeah. Well, okay, sure. I said this last episode that I'm a little bit of a hardo, but honestly, there's no other way to be able to get all of these things done if you're not. And how I'm going to balance it is I'm going to continue to wake up very early so I can prioritize my health. Then I go to work. I'm prioritizing my career. And after work, I can either choose to be a little bit more social. And if I need to recharge my battery and maybe be with my boyfriend and hang out because I have to get up early or be alone, then that's what I'm going to do. But you have to, something I've learned is that you can't plan so much. Yes. And I'm a motherfucking planner.
I'm a planner, but I'm also not. When it comes to personal social things, if there's events I have to go to, I'll put it on my calendar so it's there and I see it. But when it comes to my weekends and with my friends' plans, I don't plan that much.
Right. And that's what I've learned that I can't do, because sometimes I really plan way too much and then comes the day where I have to do XYZ and I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. And it's because sometimes I just need to take some time for me. And sometimes I can't be with a lot of people if I've had a crazy week with work or whatever. And that's okay. And that's honestly life. And
I think that goes back to your priorities though, because your priority is work. It is your health.
Exactly.
Of course you prioritize your friends, but there's only so much time, and I don't want to say the bigger priority, but is mostly your career during the day and and like the podcast and you know what I mean? And then
right now it is because we're young.
And that takes up most of your hours in the day, and then you're left with like 6 to 8 p.m. and it's like, well, what am I going to do in that time?
6 to 8 p.m., like 8 to 10 p.m. And I'm like, I wish that'd be way easier because then I could go to bed at a decent hour. But no. And the truth is, you either have to say like, okay, I want to be with my friends, so I'm going to have to be out a little bit later. And if you still want to wake up in the morning and work out, then you're going to get less sleep that day and you're going to be a little tired tomorrow. Okay, that's fine. You're going to live, you know?
Yeah.
So the point is, you kind of...
In that sense, can I chip in?
Chip. I'm like, chime.
Can I chime in? Is to also just be intuitive.
Yeah.
And listen to your body.
Yeah.
And
obviously.
that's how also you find balance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying lose discipline and consistency, but like how we've said before, if you don't want to work out that day, don't work out. If you don't want to see your friend and you want to stay home, it's okay to cancel most of the times. Or, you know, don't. So I think that you can also like feel yourself and be intuitive and you know what you need.
Yeah.
So you'll give yourself that, therefore creating like equilibrium within yourself.
Yeah. I agree. Because then like on the average of the whole year, like you did a really good job.
Exactly.
You know, even if you like don't work out one day here, go out late one night here, like on the whole entire average, because you didn't like burn yourself out, you did really well.
And you kept your peace, your inner peace at the forefront.
Yeah. So how are you going to balance everything?
I just said that by being intuitive. No, dude. By being intuitive with myself. I have my priorities. I have my calendar. Yeah. I wake up. I do all of my little health things, my meditations, my affirmations, all of those things, right? That also those also ground you throughout the day and throughout all the craziness that happens. Yeah. And then I know that my priority obviously is to commit and to build. So I'm going to do that with my career. And then I have my friends. And then I just sort of, I don't know. I just feel also like myself. Like,
yeah, you're really good about being intuitive about what you need every day.
If I want to see my friends, I'll see them. Sometimes I'll do plans all weekend if I feel like I can do that. And then other times, maybe I don't. So I sort of balance it out naturally. I think that's why I said the intuitive thing, because I think I'm pretty intuitive with that.
Yeah, no, you definitely are.
And if it's like, oh my God, I'm feeling burnt out, I need to be alone, I need to do nothing, then I do nothing. Like I spend the whole Saturday or Sunday doing nothing. Or if I want to spend it out all day because I want to be out and about and shopping and working out and whatever, then I will, because I feel like I can do that.
Is there anything that you want to leave behind in 2023?
I don't think I want to leave anything out.
Really? There's not like one habit or one thing that you're like, you know what, that can stay there.
Okay, what can stay there is the wanting to stay in bed in the morning. I'm just trying a little harder to get out of bed a little earlier and not spending so much time in my beautiful, amazing
What keeps you in bed?
I'm just a little tired in the morning and it feels so good to be in bed.
Are you on your phone?
Sometimes.
And sometimes you're not? And you're just laying there?
No, it's just also then just waking up earlier. I think that also I've been going to bed later because I've been reading a lot or just doing things and I'm just up later.
Well, December doesn't count because...
Okay, well then that's what I've been doing a lot of. But also I think in my head sometimes I still get everything that I want done. So I'm like, can't I just enjoy a little bit more in bed?
Yeah, I kind of... Okay. Am I okay? I literally always say, why do you put so much pressure on yourself to be waking up so early when you get everything you want to get done?
I would just feel a little better if I had more time for myself, because then I'm a little rushed with everything that I do. I still get to work out and do all the things that I want to do before I get to work, but then I just feel like I'm running a little bit
I'm doing a flamenco shimmy over there.
I just feel like I'm trying to catch up already and I'm a little late. And I know, listen, it's better to wake up earlier. It's better to have that time for yourself and to just be a little less, I don't get stressed about it, but I just get a little bit more quick about it.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would just rather start my day on a little bit of a peaceful, calming note where I can just take my time. So if there's one thing that I'm going to leave behind, it's that fucking time in the morning.
Okay, cool. I like that.
What about you?
Mine, again, is to just not plan every single second and every day of my life.
Love it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to see you doing any of that next year.
I won't. See, you know what? Everybody, if you can, get yourself an accountability partner.
Woo!
Because I'm looking at mine. Yeah.
I was like, I think she's mine.
Like, what the hell? Do I need to like go through an interview? Yeah.
Let's see if she'll get the part. All right. So now we're going to talk about our last little topic, which is actually visualizing what we want in the big picture, and how we get there, I don't even know, but it's vision boarding. This goes back to our manifesting. If you haven't listened to our episode about manifesting 101, go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
But like we said, we recharge at the end of the year. This is the time that I'm like, I'm going to go on vacation now for Christmas and New Year's. I'm going to be connecting with nature. I'm going to be on the beach, just like vibing, like working out, like no care in the world, like just very much like that to like recharge. And then we can like visualize and be like, okay, now this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to get.
Okay. Yeah.
Go.
No, I was just going to say, it's true. We got a bunch of magazines the other day and we cut out, and it's really cool to go through the mag, because we did it on Pinterest before, which no hate on that, but I think it's really, it's like physical effort to like go get the magazine, go get the poster board, go get the glue, and
so much physical effort you did there.
She bought everything and brought it to my home. But like the act of going through the magazine and cutting out specific words that you want, like all of my things are like cut out so like fun and weirdly, and putting them all together, it's like, wow, like all of, like, what is a magazine? A magazine obviously features like the most famous and important people for their stories and what they did. So when you're cutting out like such positive energy and words from these magazines and putting them onto your poster and pasting it with something that aligns with all of your goals or people that emulate these goals, it's really cool to have it in front of you every single day, because it pushes you to be like, oh my God, I'm looking at this. I have a new day to start and get there somehow, or at least put in some sort of effort today to be the #1 billionaire in America. Like whatever you cut out or whatever phrase you put on your vision board, it's like, okay, I'm looking at this, I'm reading it, I'm digesting it. Time for me to do something today to put it into action.
Yeah, I think that the physical act of it is also just like really creative and artistic. It's fun. Like it's just an enjoyable activity. We had country music going on. Like we had a little tea or grab your glass of wine or whatever. And like it also became really enjoyable activity to do. But it's just really fun to see and put together like what you want. And then you can curate like literally whatever you want.
Yeah. What are some things you put on your vision board? Like, you don't have to share everything, but...
Well, I picked up a Taylor Swift magazine by coincidence, and it was all Taylor Swift, and she's fucking killing it right now. So there was like so many amazing words there. But there was like one that said like fearless and love and, that. You know, make every moment count. I have like a lot of words. I put Kris Jenner on there because she's literally... I have her... So we've done
she's literally...
Like I'm obsessed with her. So
Gio's Roman Empire, whatever that phrase is that the kids are saying.
So we actually did 2 vision boards once. Like we did one, the one that she said on Pinterest was for like, I guess like our overarching like life, like bigger goals. And then the one that we just did now that we did the cutouts of the magazine was like for specifically this year, what we want to channel this year. Right. And I put Kris Jenner on both of them is my point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just think she's such a badass. She's like an amazing businesswoman. That's the way I see her. She gets so much shit done. She has a beautiful big family. That's what I see in her. And that's what I'm choosing to get from that on my vision board. Right.
Yeah.
And then I put little words like, I don't know, like record breaking, like for a record breaking year in real estate and just a bunch of stuff like that. Family, health. I can't even remember all the things that I put, but it was a lot of words. Yeah. It wasn't like physical things. Like,
yeah, mine is a lot of words too. It's not a lot of photos. I remember I cut something out that said like being healthy is in fashion.
Like that's so cute.
I loved that. I put that on there. I cut out a phrase that said business growth. I cut out a phrase that said, like, it was also from Taylor Swift. She's like, I'm just the happiest I've ever been.
I had the same one.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. And like, I put that, we both put that quote because that's like so cute. Like we want to channel, like we want to be the happiest we've ever been all the time.
Yeah. And in the center of my board, I don't know the exact quote or phrase, but it says like, you do things together with people and you're that much more powerful. Like,
also like we only got 5 magazines
for 2 people.
Yeah. And we managed to get like so many of these words. Like I was, like, you'd be surprised. Like the way that they write things in the magazines is like
so tiny.
No, but like perfect.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, like you do things with people you want to do. And like, who the fuck would think that they write that in a magazine? Like, what are you guys talking about? But like, it ends up really working out and like you fill up the whole page. And it also like looks really cool after, like, who knows, maybe you can start a little vision board collection every year, like make it a habit, and then you have like all your cute little vision boards. And I think what's important is like, it doesn't matter like how you're gonna get there, but just put it and you have in front of you, and like it happens.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're just more motivated, and you're gonna put in more work and more steps to be like, okay, well, I want to achieve this because I'm looking at it every day. So
and like energetically, like you're seeing the big picture, and it just happens. I don't know. Yeah, you can achieve anything that's on your vision board, even if it's like crazy. Yeah. I didn't put Forbes on there this year. No. But we'll put it for the next year.
Yeah. Or maybe we can, like we said, January 1st is an end all be all. We could redo the vision board in June if we want.
Exactly. So, some people do vision boards like every single month how they want to see their month specifically. If you have the time to do that, that's really great. It could be like a self-care, like me time moment if you want to do that. I haven't done that. Yeah. But then you can get really specific with what you want to manifest every single month. I also added the Eras tour because I will go next year.
Oh yeah, we're going.
I will go. We have to go.
We haven't been.
Like I literally put like from her magazine, there was a little ticket, the Eras tour, and I was like, I'm going. Yeah. I don't know where. I know she's coming to Miami. I don't know if it's gonna be here somewhere else, but like I'm going. Yeah.
Well, that's it for the vision boarding. I want to end on this really fun question. If you could collaborate on a podcast episode. If you could collaborate on a podcast episode with one person, who would it be and why?
The first person that comes to mind is Lauren Bostic, because she's the queen of fucking podcasts and
like life.
And yeah, and just everything. And I just feel like she's so good at podcasting besides all the other things she does. Yeah. But like, how can we not do an episode with Lauren Bostic?
Well, yeah, I mean,
obviously, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, I'm saying, like, my special podcast would have to be
Lauren and Michael.
Lauren and Michael.
Lauren and Michael, it has to be. That's like, I love that. I just am obsessed with them together.
I'm sure there's other people too. Kris Jenner. Oh my god.
Okay, I gave you like one option.
Okay, but how amazing! Like to pick her brain.
I know, she's dope.
And to be like, how do you do it all?
Yeah.
And just, how did you create all these empires?
Yeah, true. I mean, obviously mine would be Lauren and Michael also, but I'm not going to just say that again. So
yeah, be different.
I'm between two really different people, but I'm really between, I love Alex Cooper. Like Gio knows I've always loved Alex Cooper. Like I think her story is amazing. Like she was broke living in New York City with like 3 roommates, and she was working like at a magazine, and she's just like fucking killing it. I think she's just the epitome of like a woman business mogul for our day today. Like she really built something on something so niche and random that probably so many people were like, you're fucking stupid, like don't do that, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, very
and
like
it's
taboo.
Evolved so much. Like it's just evolved so much. It's really cool to see her business growth and evolution. But
so she's your special guest?
She would be my special guest.
Episode guest.
I think she's like so funny. But I was going to say also, I love Jay Shetty. Like I think, but they're just really different conversations. But I think Alex Cooper can kind of do both too, which is really cool.
Yeah, because I think now, especially the way she's evolved, she's like, it's not just about like
No.
To be completely honest, I've never really listened to Call Her Daddy. Yeah. But I see her evolution.
Yeah. Yeah. Her revolution. Revolution, evolution, daddy gang. Yeah. I just think she talks like a lot about like therapy and knows so much about relationships. But she's also just like fucking hysterical. So I would love to just sit here and like laugh with her. Yeah. But Jay Shetty is just like, I think the person who got me into like listening to podcasts. Like I think he's amazing. I love the way he interviews his guests, and like he can take anyone on that show and get them to such a deep level. Like I remember listening to an episode with Big Sean on his show, and it's like one of my favorite episodes he's ever made. And you would never think like, oh, Big Sean, like that's so random. And it was amazing. Just like even these celebrities that you don't know, like maybe they are on like a really spiritual journey, and you just have no idea. Like I didn't know that Big Sean was so into spirituality, and it was really cool to listen to. So I love the way that he can just get really deep with some of these people and hear their stories and where they're coming from. And they even like really expose like the problems that they have and how they've worked on them. So I love the two of them, and Lauren Bostic also, and Michael. But that'd be really cool. We should have all four of them. Wow, we
literally picked like the fucking kings and queens of podcasting.
I know, and
like
that's literally Alex Cooper who comes to my brain. Like not really like a famous person for other reasons, like an artist.
Yeah, all these people are so good at what they do.
Yeah.
Like individually they do such different content. Alex, Lauren, Michael, and whatever, and Jay Shetty.
Yeah.
And
they're like, whatever.
I know. And I'm like, Jay, I'm sorry.
Jay, I'm sorry.
But they're all so good at what they do.
Yeah. I also really love Ed Milet, but
I haven't really listened to his podcast.
He's really cool. Yeah. There's so many people.
There's
I don't know. But honestly, any person that I'd ever want to like sit down and like have a dinner with would be somebody probably in the podcasting space.
That's amazing. All right, you guys, that's a wrap for this year, for the beginning of the year. Who's excited?
Yep.
But no, you're not done yet until we give you your homework.
Yeah. So this is the homework. I mean, it's basically the whole episode, but choose a theme or mantra that you want to define your experience in 2024. It could be a single word, a phrase, or intention. Write it down and keep it somewhere visible as a daily reminder. Like Gio said before, you want to go back to this word or phrase in April or June, whatever, like in the middle of the year when you're really frustrated.
And it's going to keep moving you forward.
Yeah. You're going to be like, okay, what is the point of this year and how am I going to recommit?
And it can change.
It can change. Yeah. Who knows?
But that's why it's like an overarching theme.
Well, that's why I say get to the root of your word. If you choose a word and then you're like, okay, why am I choosing this word? And you kind of can find another word within it because it's the root.
And also like if it's like, okay, health is your word. Like let that trickle into every single aspect. So don't just see it like health with my body. Let it be health emotionally, health with my relationships, health with boundaries, health in my work environment. Like just like try to maybe do it very general where it could go into every single aspect of your life. Yeah.
Like when they say like your diet is like what you eat, how you work out, who you're around, what you're consuming on social media. Like it's a lot more than just your physical.
And that way I think it affects like literally every single aspect of your life and therefore like really good for a reminder throughout the year.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. We're so excited to continue this journey into 2024 and stay along for the ride. It's going to be really fun. I'm excited for this year. Hope you guys are feeling refreshed and excited for the new year.
I know I am. I know we are.
Cool.
Let's fucking go. Ciao. Bye.
Ciao. Bye.